Hello students, again I am here to explain the next poem of your book First Flight. This one is Fire and Ice written by Robert Frost. Fire and Ice. It is a symbolic poem. Here fire is the symbol of our desires and ice is the symbol of hatred. Okay, it's the symbol of hate. In this poem, the poet wants to explain that one day this world will end, and he presents two contradictory views. One is due to our desires and other is due to hate. Okay, let's start the poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. These are two contradictory views, opposite views. Some people say that one day this world will end and it will end due to our desires, because desires are uncontrolled and it increase day by day. These desires increase day by day. So one day the world will end. And some people say due to our hate the world will end. From what I have tasted of desire, as I have also tasted desires, I have also desires in my life. I have also many wishes in my life. I hold with those. Here the meaning of hold is in favor of. So I am in favor of those people who favor fire, who say that this world will end in fire. This world will end due to our desires. But if it had to perish twice, the meaning of perish is to die or to end. Okay, perish it means to die or to end. Suppose this world had to end in two ways. I think I know enough of hate. Enough it means sufficient hate. There is much hate in this world. There is much hate in the hearts of people to say that for destruction. And that hate is enough to destroy this world. Ice is also great and would suffice. Suffice it means to be sufficient. So this ice, this hate is sufficient to destroy this world. Okay, two opposite views are presented here. One is due to our desires this world will end, because the desires increase like fire. There is no end of the desires. Okay, second is some people say that it will end due to ice. Students, as you know, when the body remain in the touch of ice, it became numb. Okay, and if our mind is full of hate, it also becomes numb, because it loses its power of thinking. It loses its sensitivity. Okay, so the world will end with ice also. Now see the rhyme scheme of this poem. There are 9 lines of this stanza. See the first 4. The last word in the first line is fire. Okay, right here E. In the next it's ice. Both have different rhyme. Next is I have tasted desire. Fire and desire, these are rhyming words. Again I am writing here A and fire. This one is also rhyming. The last word of the first, third and fourth, these words are rhyming words. So the rhyme scheme in the first stanza is A, B, A. Okay, see the second stanza. It had to perish twice. Twice is there hate. Okay, twice ice, hate, great, and suffice. Okay, so the rhyme scheme is A, B, A. According to this poem, also try to find out the rhyme scheme of the dust of snow. I haven't told you that in the video. Okay, this one is the rhyme scheme. Now say the literary devices used in this. First one is anaphora. Now listen, what is anaphora? When two consecutive lines begins with the same words, anaphora is used. Okay, listen again. जब आपकी 2 lines जो है सेम वर्ड से स्टार्ट होती है, सी द फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड लाइन, some with the same words we these lines begins. So it means anaphora is used here. I hope it's clear to you. When two consecutive lines begins with the same word, anaphora is used here. Second is alliteration. Alliteration, I hope you know about this. The repetition of consonant sound. Say here, some say there is repetition of S. Okay, here the poet has used alliteration. Okay, now see again, see here with those, the sound is prominent here. So the poet has used here consonance. Consonance is used here. Maybe it was at the end of the word or maybe at the beginning. It can be at the mid of the word also. Okay, so this one is consonance. Consonance is used here. Now see the next stanza. Which device is used here? Enjambment is used here. See here, when the sentence remain continue without a punctuation mark to the next line. See here, to say that for destruction eyes is also great and would suffice. The sentence is continue to these three lines and a single sentence is there. Here the poet has used enjambment. Okay, so enjambment is when the sentence remain continue. मान लो आपका sentence continue है next line तक, लेकिन कोई punctuation marks जो है वो last में नहीं है. See here, no punctuation mark is given here. In the next line there is also no punctuation mark and at the end there is full stop. So enjambment is used here. Okay students, with this your poem is complete, and if you have any doubt, any query regarding this, you may call me. Okay, thanks and have a nice day.